Good day, viewers. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Adevic. I am Victor Adewale Adeleke. Here, our major focus is to teach you mathematics from the outset, even up to tertiary institution. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe, like, and share. It is very important so that whenever I post materials like this, you will always get notified. Okay, following my series on differentiation on calculus per se, I have been teaching. I think this is a fact that I already established in my previous class, my previous video in this playlist. So I would want to solve a question using the first principle, which we already established. We already proved this out in our first class, explained with the curve and the lines and all that was explained in that video. So you can go back and check on that video if you are just stumbling into this video at first. Yeah, the link will be showed in the comment section for your own benefit, so you won't stress yourself for convenience purposes. Okay, now let's see what we are going to do here. How are we going to solve a question? Let me pick a question. Y equals 3x squared plus 2. Okay, we already established this, that the y is also represented as a function of s if you are a good student of further mathematics function. So what do we do here? Also, if you understand function a bit, you will know that the function of x plus h, relating this with this, would become 3 bracket x plus h all squared, then plus 2. Now, substituting all these values, all these parameters which are in the formula, back into the formula and solving, simplifying, we are going to get the derivative of this function, 3x of the function of x. So let's see what we can do here. So we have dy dx limiting as h, limit of h as it tends to 0. Then what is the function of x now? We have that to be this. We have the function of x plus h to be this. But instead of writing this, you can just expand immediately. So we have x squared plus 2xh, then plus your h squared. Then we put your plus 2, which is this, because don't forget we expanded. So what do we do from the formulas? They said minus the function of what? Of x. So what do we do now to get the function of x? It has been given, which is 3x. So we are minusing that, don't forget. So minus 3x squared plus 2. But because the minus is here, I would have bracketed this, but because I would have added the parentheses. But because the minus is there, the minus is going to affect this. So I don't need to bracket anything anymore. So we have this. So we have all divided by h. So what do we have here? Let's see how we can expand this. So as h tends to 0, limiting as h tends to 0, we have 3x, we're expanding the bracket, plus 6xh, then plus 3h squared, then plus 2 minus 3x squared minus 2. So all divided by h. So 3x squared removes or eliminates 3x squared, plus 2 removes minus 2, because plus 2 minus 2 is 0. So what do we have left? We have 6sh plus 3h squared. So when you bring out the value of h, you are left with 6x plus 3h all divided by h, limiting as h tends to 0. So what happens? This cancels out this. Then when you substitute your value, that's limiting as h tends to 0, you have 6x plus 3 0. So you must know how to put parentheses because they are very important in mathematics. Very, very important. So this eliminates to become 0, and we have just 6x, which will be the derivative of this. But like I said, the techniques in differentiation, what do you do? Since you already have something like this, since you have a function like given like this, and you're told to find the derivative of this function, let me rewrite. Now there's something you need to know. Just know that whenever in differentiation, whenever y is equals to the value of x to the power of n, then dy dx must be equals to, this will come forward, nx n minus 1. So let's see what we can do for this question that said y equals 3x squared plus 2. So simply, this, don't forget that there's an x here to the power of 0. So instead of writing just 3x squared plus 2, we can put an x to the power of 0 because we are differentiating with respect to x. So there must be an x there. So when you do that, the 2, like we said, this is the 2 is representing the n, so it's inverted, or it comes forward, sorry. it becomes 2. So 2 times 3 now, sorry, we have 6x. You have the 2 here, you subtract your 1, plus the 0 multiplies the 2 becomes 0. Then you have your x, and you have your 0 minus 1. So everything here becomes 0. Then finally, what do we have? We have just the 6x. So instead of using, many persons prefer using this method. People always use this method, this technique, to find the derivative of any function given. But for examination purposes, you may be told to specifically use the first principle. So you have to use which is the definition of a derivative, to find it. This is the formula for the definition of a derivative, which I've already explained in my previous class, and this is how we got this. So you can see these two are working the same, and from ends, I'll be using this to solve question, except if told by one of my subscribers, or given a question that I am told or instructed to solve using the derivation or the definition of a derivative, just like that. So math is just as simple as this. It's just understanding that matters in mathematics. Do not panic, do not fidget. It's just as simple as this. If you are here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, do it to subscribe, like, and share. It is very important so that whenever I post materials like this, you will always get notified. Stay tuned.